Good evening. Welcome on into From Day One. Let's begin with a little more on Sovereign.
So,
sit back,
relax,
and enjoy.
Focus on me rather than play with your tablet.
I need to have a record, sir. Is there an emergency or you need assistance?
No. Okay. The other thing is you did not immediately yield to my emergency lights. You moved to the right lane. You continued traveling at or near the posted speed limit rather than moving to the shoulder in an attempt to come to a complete stop. Any reason you did not do so? So I need your attention.
Yes, sir.
I understand you're trying to get the perfect angle for the camera, but I am having a conversation with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain to me why you did not move to the right and move off the roadway as far as possible?
Leave him alone.
Well, first of all, I had to be sure that you were pulling me over. I didn't know what you're supposed to do.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
No,
That's
it
not how
doesn't.
that works. Anytime you see these lights are behind you, you're required to yield. Okay. Moving as far as possible off the road.
Yes.
In an attempt to come to a complete stop. It has nothing to do with making sure.
Oh, okay. Well, I was trying to be as safe as possible, and I wasn't sure if I was going to go to the left side of the road or the right side of the road or what.
I understand. The other thing is you're following distance behind that vehicle. I was able to see that you were within a second of that vehicle. You were following a little white car.
Yes.
Okay. You're within a second.
Okay.
Okay. The industry accepted standard for the human reaction time is a second and a half. You're giving yourself less than a second. Any reason you're not giving yourself more time to react?
I felt I was completely safe. I was totally. I was the same distance between that car and the next car in front of them.
Are you mental?
Okay, well, I'm not focused on them, I'm focused on you. And actually, that's not true because there was a very large chunk of time there was hardly anybody in front of them. There was a significant distance.
Okay.
It was extremely noticeable. It wasn't reasonable, it wasn't prudent. So I need to see your driver's license, proof of insurance, and your vehicle registration.
Okay, for the record, can I have your badge ID and name number, please?
Okay.
Badge ID.
I need to see your driver's license, proof of insurance, and your vehicle registration.
Are you refusing to identify yourself?
I am not. My name is Trooper Brandon Johansson. My badge number is 554. Now I'd like to see your information.
Okay. And is there a video? Are you videotaping the?
I explained to you already. You're being video and audio recorded. I'd like to see your
Provide
driver's
the
license, proof
driver's
of insurance, and your vehicle
license.
registration.
Do you have a warrant naming me as the?
Okay, are you refusing to cooperate with me at this
No,
time?
sir. I'm just trying to create a
Okay,
record.
I do not have a warrant. This is a traffic stop.
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
Thank you,
I'm
Cartman.
requesting your information. You are required by law to provide me with your name and your date of birth.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
and if you don't want to provide your insurance information or your registration, I can certainly handle that. Are you refusing to provide your information to me at this time?
no, sir. I just need to create a record for the court.
That's fine.
Okay.
You got a
I'm gonna
record.
pull my record out and take some notes here real quick.
Okay. Okay, at this point, are you stalling? Are you preventing me from my investigation?
No, sir. Not at all.
Okay.
I'm just trying
I'd like to have your driver's license, proof of insurance, and your vehicle registration.
Let me provide those now.
Okay. So we already got your name and number here.
Okay, what is your name, sir?
I am the great Cornholio.
I thought that was
Sir, if I can just get the name and
Okay,
number again.
I'm asking you for your name. What's your name?
My name's Chris.
Okay.
And theirs was.
Full name, Chris or Christopher? I need your full name and your date.
I'm called
I need your
Christopher.
full
I'm
name
called
and your
Chris.
date.
I'm called everything.
I need your full name and your date of birth.
Okay.
What is your full name?
What facts are you alleging give you probable cause to stop me in a
Oh,
costume?
good. God damn it. Just give the name.
Probable cause to stop in a
At
costume?
this point, I need to know what your full name and your date of birth is.
Okay, and
That's a requirement for this traffic stop. Are you failing to identify yourself?
Yeah.
I told you my name's Chris.
Listen to me, Chris. RCW 46.20.017 says every licensee shall have his or her driver's license in his or her immediate possession at all times when operating a motor vehicle and shall display the same upon demand to any police officer or to any other person when and if required by law to do so. The offense described in this section is a non-moving offense. You can
Thank you, Wanishi, as you would like to say for that, for having that particular citation up for us. Back to the idiot.
that part, Chris. It's an offense. If you don't give it to him, you can get charged with it.
I need your full name.
I'm called by Chris. I'm called by
The
Christopher.
RCW, if you're going to go for statutory law, the statutory law requires you to provide me your full name and your date of birth.
Okay, so that's jurisdiction because I'm not driving.
We're not going to play this game.
I'm
Okay?
not playing any games.
Are you going to
These are
identify
legal
me?
terms. These are legal terms. Okay?
Illegal
So,
key.
what facts or information are you alleging gave your probable cause to stop in a costume, sir?
I need your name and your date of birth.
I just told you I'm called by the name of Chris.
I need to. Okay, so right now you're failing to obey
I'm just trying to establish probable cause.
You've already established. There's no probable cause for a traffic stop.
Okay, so there's no probable cause.
That's not how that works. Okay, it's I observed you create a traffic violation. You committed a traffic violation. It's not about PC. It's a civil infraction. There is preponderance of the evidence that you committed a traffic infraction. It's beyond a PC.
I'm going down, 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 down.
Down.
So if you're asking about that, I have more than just PC. Stop.
Okay, officer, for the record, I'm not operating it for higher capacity or transportation.
Oh,
Law enforcement officer.
Wow.
You gonna identify yourself?
I just told you, I'm
I
called by
need your
Chris
full name
or
and date of
Christopher.
That means first and last, you moron.
Okay, go and put your hands up on the steering wheel for me.
That's the woman there, you know.
What's going on?
Put your hands up on the steering wheel for me.
What for? I'm trying to take some notes for the record.
I want you to put your hands up on the steering wheel for me right now.
What's going on?
Oh no! My hands are in the air like I just do not care!
Thank you.
Yeah, sir, I need to see a supervisor here. I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable.
Hey, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Are you going to provide me with your full name and your date of birth? What's that?
I'm assuming that means no.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm definitely assuming that means no.
Either one.
Okay, what is your middle initial?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is your date of birth?
Oh, we're just breaking out the actual good stuff.
Sir,
Okay.
here's your evidence, yes.
Okay, do you have any identification?
Do you have any TV for my bunghole?
I'd like to speak to legal counsel first, sir.
Okay, do you have any identification on you? This is a traffic stop.
Okay, that's fine. I need to speak to
Do you
legal
have any
counsel.
identification on you? I need to be able to identify you.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Otherwise,
just
I will provide you with a notice of infraction for no valid operator's license with ID
Okay.
or without ID. Okay. So it's up to you. I have to be able to confirm who you are. I need some visual information of who you are.
Okay. I just gave you my name and date of birth.
What's that?
I just gave you my name and date of birth.
So you're failing to provide me with some identification.
No, sir. In order to protect my rights or waive any accident, I just want to speak to legal counsel first.
You bigger dummy than my dummy!
Yes, Stanford. Yes.
Can I please be advised I'm not operating for higher capacity or
Do
commercial
you have any
purposes?
identification on you at all?
I do.
Okay, would you provide that to me?
I need to speak to my legal counsel first. It's protected under my Fifth Amendment right, the right to remain silent.
Are there any weapons in the vehicle?
Of course there are.
Weapons in the vehicle?
Yes.
Do you have a search warrant?
Nope, I'm just asking. Are there any weapons in the vehicle? For my safety
Well,
and for yours.
for my right to remain silent, Fifth Amendment, I'm going to reserve my right to remain silent until I speak to
Stay
legal
inside the
counsel.
vehicle for me. That is an instruction. Stay inside the vehicle.
Sure, no problem.
Soon after.
All right, sir. So here's the deal. Your license is currently expired. Do you have any identification on you?
I'm not driving, and I choose
You're not driving.
to
You were driving the vehicle.
traveling, sir. I'm not
No,
driving.
you
There's a
weren't.
difference
You
between
weren't
You're
driving.
operating a motor vehicle, though, and the law specifies
I wasn't.
operating a motor
No, I'm
vehicle.
not. I'm traveling.
Regardless,
Okay.
I need to see some identification.
I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment constitutional rights and remain silent until I have my assistance of counsel.
Yes, he is.
That's fine. You don't have to answer any questions, but I'm asking for some identification.
Listen, I'm going to invoke
Failing
my
to
Fifth
provide me with
Amendment
some
right.
photo
No,
identification.
I've done my duty. I've identified myself. I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right, which is the protection of my
That is true, and I'm
documents.
not asking you any questions relevant to the investigation.
Okay.
That's what you have the right to invoke those for, right?
Okay, and that protects documents as well. Anything that can be used against me in the court of law.
No.
Understandable. That's your interpretation of that. So again, stay inside the vehicle. Do not exit.
Okay, sure.
Yes, sir. Do you have any ID on you at all?
I just said I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment right, and I need to speak to legal
I just
counsel
want to let
first.
you know that you don't have a driver's license now, and you were not providing me with your ID.
I'm not driving.
Okay. You went to another vehicle. Go to unlock the door. For what? You go to unlock the door. For what? Unlock your door now.
For what? What's going on?
You're going to hell.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll get out.
Put your stuff away to do it. Put your stuff away. You're currently under arrest for no valid operator's license without ID.
You can't fix stupid.
No, you can't.
And thanks for hanging out with us on Factor.
And as you always like to say, Wanishi, thank you for being with us. We got to have you back more often. Missed you for a while. All right, let's see. We got another one that we can do. Let's see. And of course, while I'm searching, it's only coming up with the court cases. Ah, yeah, let's do that.
There's a lot of missing.
Right,
Objection! Took them to court, got a court hearing, and got relief, and I got my case dismissed for fraud against the county of Los Angeles. I represented myself, and how did I do it? I found these affidavits. Objection!
Here we go again with these affidavits. Listen, Alf has nothing to do with your child support case, and neither does David. Only you.
Affidavits, all you gotta do is just download them. Fill in the blank, do it yourself, that easy. What are you getting for your $10?
What do we get for $10? Everything you want.
What are you getting for your $10? You're getting over 20 affidavits and instructions on what to do, how to file. My name is Lionel Tillman.
As you can see on the screen, this is from the United States Code subsection 581, United States Trustee. Let's stroll up a little bit.
Now, look, before he goes too far into the weeds, let me make
Probably too
something
late.
very clear here.
Yeah.
That Title 28 that he's quoting from is that portion of the United States Code that governs the federal judicial system. And this United States Trustee program that's being talked about is a component of the Department of Justice that seeks to promote the efficiency and protect the integrity of the federal bankruptcy system. This has absolutely nothing to do with child support. This has to do with federal bankruptcy rules and regulations. So, I guess these people, they see the word trustee, they've been told that it has some kind of magical meaning, I guess.
Ooh, voodoo,
But
voodoo, voodoo.
it has no meaning to what he's talking about right here. Federal government doesn't even get involved in child support enforcement. That's
Not
a
that I've
state
seen.
issue.
Correct.
So this is totally stupid, which I guess can only be expected.
All right, back to
By
the
the way,
moron.
there is a couple of criminal sanctions for people who haven't been paying their child support for a number of years, and it reaches a certain dollar value. But that's not what we're discussing here.
No, we're not.
So this is just as worthless. What he's about to say is just as worthless as those affidavits.
Okay, it says the Attorney General shall appoint one United States trustee for each of the following regions composed of the federal judicial district without regards to section 451. So since I'm doing the state of Virginia, it has all the states in here in this subsection about every state attorney general appoints a trustee. But since I'm doing the state of Virginia, and that's the state that I had beat, so I'm gonna continue to focus on that state. So let's go to Virginia. It's in number 4 of section A. 4. The judicial district established for the states of Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia, and for the District of Columbia. All these areas are basically in the tri-state. You got D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. That's the tri-state for this area. But then you have also added is North Carolina and South Carolina. So with that being said, it's basically telling you guys that you have the Attorney General, who most guys go against in child support, appoints the trustee. But with that being said, guys, you guys got to learn how to appoint a trustee yourself. So let's go to the Virginia Constitution. As you can see, this is the Virginia Bill of Rights coming from the Constitution. And as you can see, let's stroll up. Let's go to Section 2. Section 2 states, people, the source of power. That all power is vested in and consequently derived from the people. That magistrates are their trustees and servants, and at all times amenable to them.
Okay, there's that tricky word again, trustee. But Constitution being a political document, the people of Virginia are just recognizing that the people have all the power, and they entrust the people they elect to look out for their welfare, do what's best for them, not to break the law. So in that effect, your elected representatives are trustees of your trust that you put into them when you vote for them. It's really kind of called the trustee model of representation, which is kind of a model of representative democracy. And in this particular model, constituents elect the representatives as trustees for their constituents.
Correct.
So that's how this word is being used. And they think for some reason, I guess, that a trustee only has a fiduciary responsibility to control your assets and to control your life or something like that. I have no idea. But the judge here, I think, does a good job. So enjoy the rest of the video.
So with that being said, guys, if the magistrate is your trustee and they're your servant, who does that make you? Or what does that make you? It make you their master. So you should be able to, don't let them tell you what to do. You should be able to point to them and tell them what you want them to do. They work for you, not you work for them.
It is incompetent, irrelevant, and immaterial. Or something.
Yeah, my thanks to Juan Galt for helping trying to make sense of this
I thought I
alpha
recognized that it was a voice.
doodah that the gurus are selling. Good luck with that. Really.
You big cold-blooded dummy.
All right, so, okay, Mr. Howard, do you want to have a seat up here?
On the contract, if I go up here,
Mr. Howard, all right, so this is in the matter of Katie Suzanne Howard versus Darrell Levon Howard Jr., file number 19-46860DM. Mr. Howard, I'd like you to sit at the defense table, and Mr. Bruggeman, and whatever witness you might have. Mr. Howard, there is no contract by entering the courtroom, a basic understanding of the law.
He doesn't have any understanding of the law.
I know that you're Darrell Howard. I've had jurisdiction.
right,
I've had jurisdiction over you before because you had a case for a felony child support case as well as occurring before. So this is the date and time set for hearing in this matter. Mr. Bruggeman, Katie Howard is in my waiting room. Is she going to be a witness today?
No, it's the show cause for failure to pay.
No, this is the bench trial.
Show cause bench trial for failure to pay.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I just have the further court.
Okay. Any objection to Ms. Howard viewing?
No, she clearly.
Are you calling Katie Howard as a witness?
Yeah, I can. Yes.
Yes? Okay. So, hold on. Ms. Howard, I just wanted to let you know we're here. We're going to start the hearing. Now, if Mr. Howard's calling her as a witness, should I sequester her by putting her in the waiting?
No, it's fine. She can.
Mr. Howard, do you want me to sequester her? She is a party to this, but do you want me to put her in the waiting room until you call her?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Howard, I'm going to pop you in the waiting room, all right? Okay.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be out here where
This
you
is
can hear.
date time for a show cause bench trial. In this matter, Mr. Bruggeman, are you ready to proceed?
I am here.
Mr. Howard? Are you ready to proceed, yes or no?
No, I had one thing I wanted to make sure. The original contract that she signed for, I wasn't a part of. So is that what that?
There is no contract in the birth of a child and support of the child, so thank you. Mr. Bruggeman, are you ready to proceed?
I am here.
All right, may I call your first witness?
Let's call Mr. Vasquez.
Mr. Vasquez, you want to step up here, please? Mr. Vasquez, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, have a seat, please. Can you state your full name for the record, please?
Jay Vasquez.
And you are employed by?
Friendly court.
Okay, very good. Mr. Bruggeman?
Mr. Vasquez, can you say your position with the friendly court? Enforcement officer. And
that capacity, do you have access to the Senator's files and records?
I do.
Is there an order to pay child support?
Yes, sir.
What does that order state?
Mr. Howard is ordered to pay $151 a month. He is currently behind the amount of $8,298.
That's arrearage as of what date?
Today.
And when was the last time you received the payment?
Made a $1 payment on October 26th.
$1.
Correct.
And when was the last payment before that?
December of 2021.
How much was that?
$14.38.
So since December 2020,
$1 and $14.
total of about $15 in payments.
Correct.
And how long has this order been in place?
Original order was entered October of 2019, and judgment of divorce order that supported me the same. That was March of 2020.
In the meantime, he's made $15.
Mr. Howard, do you have any questions for Mr. Messi?
When was the last time you had a conversation with Mr. Howard, the defendant? When was the last time you inquired about the ability to pay? That's not the court's job. Are you the caseworker for the defendant? Yes, I am. So, when was the last time you and the defendant spoke to each other? On this case, I'm not sure. I don't know if we ever have on this case. Now, originally on this case, the defendant, when you had the order signed, is that the same day that he was taken into incarceration? I have no knowledge of that. So so let's go to October 1st, 2019, is that correct? The original order was entered October 28th of 2019. Okay. And you were served July of 2018. So on October the 1st, because he was incarcerated for 4 days, on that day, recollection shows that the defendant
Mr. Howard, can I first inquire, why were you incarcerated?
for a failure. For the case was there for
The felony child support case?
was there taking care of this.
So he didn't deal with the felony case, so.
Right, but I'm speaking in regards to this case, on that same day, 2 officers there, that was the time that this was supposedly signed to be a child support order.
I signed the child support, not you.
Okay, well, during that time period, there seems to be a mistake in that. Okay. All right.
I have no follow-up questions for Mr. Roscoe.
Have a seat. Any other witnesses?
I have no further witnesses. Your Honor.
Mr. Howard, so do you wish to call any witnesses?
Mrs. Stop.
Okay.
Stand up.
You can stand at the podium.
All right.
And then she's going to be up there. And I swear in. Ms. Howard, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Can you state your full name for the record, please?
Katie Suzanne Howard.
Very good. Mr. Howard?
Okay. At the time of conception, were you married?
What?
Of what session? Of the
child.
So, Mr. Howard, the only issue we're really here on and we need to focus on is the child support failure to pay.
Right, but if the child was born out of wedlock, then we have to figure out a different scenario because all that's not true.
The difference if she was married to you, married to somebody else, or not married at all.
Okay. All right.
You already
let's see here.
fucked that part.
Okay, so underneath Michigan Comp Law 700.7901, there's remedies for breach. Violation of the trustee owes the trustee to the beneficiary, which is Mr. Howard, is not a breach to compel the trustee to perform trustee duties and join the trustees to be the breach of the trust. Order the trustee to account, appoint a special fiduciary to take possession of the trust property and administer the trust. So, with that being said, with my living trust, because this estate.
So you have an estate, no living trust where you're receiving income from?
No. This estate that we are administering right now, Mr.
An
Howard.
estate is a guardian or is involved in probate court. So does that mean you have an inheritance in an estate?
Okay, well, this is the problem. The person that Mr. Howard that you are referring to is different from the one in the living trust. The living trust, you have received beneficiaries that are inside of the living trust. So there's a problem.
Can you define trust for me, Mr. Howard?
Okay.
A trust is an inheritance.
Yes.
Or money that's set aside for people to inherit.
Yes.
Or be given. So do you have that money?
My beneficiaries are in the trust. I have inside of my living trust. My beneficiaries, that's the problem inside of this court.
Okay,
My children are in
here.
here. My children are inside my living trust.
It doesn't apply.
So you want to continue to screw up? Go ahead.
Still, I mean, you can.
It's simply the law, Mr. Howard.
I know, and it's a law that I can invoke the DPP of parental immunity as well.
There's no such thing as parental immunity.
U.S. Department of Civil Rights, 2016 Dear Colleague letter explains things a little bit different.
I'm sorry, what letter?
2016 Dear Colleague letter.
Your colleague letter?
Yeah, 8 pages.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions for Ms. Howard?
Was there ever an agreement to not have child support?
No, there was not.
You're under oath.
She's answered your question.
She answered your question. If you can prove it otherwise, go ahead. But she answered what you asked as a question.
No.
Mr. Bergman, do you have any questions for Ms. Howard?
I have no questions.
All right, Ms. Howard, you can go ahead and mute yourself. And, all right. So, Mr. Howard, is there, we have closing arguments you can make, or you can make a statement and allow Mr. Bergman to cross-examine you. So, which would you like to do? Do you wish to testify?
Please, I beg of you, because that
Do you wish to testify?
No, but
Okay, so do you wish to make a closing statement? Then?
Sorry.
So you don't wish to testify today? No? Okay. Mr. Bergman, do you have a closing statement?
We're going to rely on that testimony, Mr. Prosper.
All right.
I think
Mr. Howard,
we
do
already
you have
won.
a closing statement?
Personal identification that I want to be redacted. I have a loan form, fiduciary form that I want to be done, and I also have a sworn supervised administration of a trust that I want to get taken care of. But as far as the ability to pay, I haven't had in the last 3.5 years. I've had a possible charge. I have denials right here from different companies that wouldn't do it because of the background charge. I had a possible felony at the time. So for almost 4 years now, I've been denied. And in the last 2 months, I just got a job there with the Great Lakes Security. So I worked a couple times with them, and they have child support to take the money out of the check that just happened when I worked. I believe it was the last one when I had one last time there. But they're trying to get me in rotation in the schedule there, so I'm trying to get my after being taking the charge up, now I'm able to, without nothing pending, I could probably get more. But up to that point, though, it's impossible to pay, and the impossibility to pay, I invoke that, and Michigan is the.
Nice. Next question.
What's the basis of the impossibility to pay?
I've had background checks where I couldn't pass for 3 of those 4 years.
Anything else, Mr. Bergman?
We'll just state that Mr. Howard could go down to the front of the court amounts adjusted based on his job or lack of job or not being able to get a job. And until he does that, it's impossible for Mr. Prosquez to do anything but process the order that's in place. So Mr. Howard could go down to the court and go through the procedure, but until that happens, we are dealing with an order that is in place and enforcing the order that's in place.
I shut him down after every day.
Say that again?
Outside of this coming to court, because I come here probably twice a month for the last 3 years. I'm really trying to be outside of it so I can maintain what I'm doing at home.
We got to pay your child support, and then you don't have to come. It's very simple. I have thousands of people that pay their child support and don't come to my court. All right. So, finding of the court that Mr. Howard is guilty of failure to pay child support.
Guilty as fuck.
Is an arrearage in excess of, as of today's date, $8,140.
Over $8 million.
31 cents. He has a de minimis charge of $151. I don't find the fact that he had a felony charge is a good enough reason that he can't pay child support, because I have tons of felons on probation who hold full-time jobs.
Others who are
I'm
paying.
sorry, Mr. Howard, a lot of the information you provided does not apply to the civil court system. You're using language from the probate court that do not apply. So I do find that you're guilty of failure to pay child support. Sentence in the court to serve 14 days in the Lenawee County Jail. You can be released on the payment of $2,000.
Others pay up.
It's like, makes me want to go to jail. And thanks for hanging out with us on Facts or Frauds. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. You're subscribed.
Thank you, guys. And as you always like to say, Wanishi. Which is basically Indian for the tribe that this guy's from. Or thank you. Alright, actually, since we're going to take a little more time to get this third set down, let's see if we can find a quickie. Yeah, that's not going to be a quickie. It's like 30 minutes. Yeah, let's go this one. Ungot, you're there with us?
Hey guys, welcome back to the... But he's decided...
Alright, let's begin.
Good afternoon.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good afternoon, Anna. Lisa, I'm Mommy on behalf of White Lake Township.
Alright, so this was originally scheduled for a show cause hearing. Mr. Lanto failed to appear at the last pre-trial set for October 12th. So you're here today. Is there a resolution in this case?
Judge, at the last opportunity for a pre-trial, I did offer a plea offer to renew driver's license and dismiss. I would dismiss that charge. I don't know that he's renewed his driver's license, Judge, because I don't have an updated driving record.
All right.
Yes.
Do you want to take advantage of that offer?
So that sounds like a really good offer.
Smart.
All he has to do is renew his driver's license. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, I did submit paperwork to the court yesterday.
Right.
I came up there.
Yes, you submitted a document called Notice of Deficiencies and Irregularities supported by declaration.
So BS paperwork that has absolutely nothing to do with traffic court. Well done.
Correct.
Yes, and I was also submitted at the original case as well, and I believe that has gone unrebutted at this time.
It's not properly pled.
Well, those filings are unrebutted because how do you rebut paperwork that doesn't make any sense?
Mm-hmm.
All that is required of you at this moment is to take that incredibly generous deal or take it to trial. This is not difficult to understand.
It is for this
You're
guy.
going to make it that way, aren't you?
Yes, unfortunately, he will.
If it's did you serve a copy on Ms. Hamame?
At the court date prior to this one, Miss Sameme did ask for a copy of that. I don't know if she received it or not.
Well, you have to file things properly. They have to be properly served in order for the court to hear them. So I really can't address that today.
I have not received a copy of it, Judge.
So I guess all I'm asking at this point is there's an offer to resolve this case.
Well, I certainly would like resolution.
On the table.
If you wanted a resolution, you would just accept the deal on the table and be done. But no, your script is more important than what is going on here in reality. So, you carry on.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were done speaking.
What was the offer again, Ms. Hamame?
Judge, he was charged with driving while license expired canceled from 11/19 of 2020 and a registration plate violation for having expired plates. The offer was, if he renewed his driver's license, I would dismiss the driving while license expired and he would take responsibility to the civil infraction for the expired plates.
So she's willing to dismiss the more serious charge if you've renewed your license, and then there would be a fine. There would be a fine on the registration plate violation. I would certainly take into account if you're taking care of that in regard to mitigating your fine.
So he could take care of all this today by tossing the most serious charge of driving with an expired license, by simply renewing that license and then paying a small fine for his expired plates. Let's see if this legal genius realizes how good of a deal this is.
No.
But that's up to you. If you want to accept that offer, you can take care of it today if you've renewed your license.
Well, I'd certainly like to get this resolved today. I mean, all I'm looking for is to have fair and meaningful hearings here today. And so it appears that, that we're back for the third or fourth time now. We haven't been able to make any sort of progress on this. So, if I
think there's an offer on the table, so you haven't accepted it or denied it. That's why we can't go forward.
In what universe is this deal not fair and meaningful? Oh, that's right. It's the universe where left is right, up is down, and wrong is right.
Crazy.
Come back to this universe where you have a prosecutor bending over backwards by offering you a doozy of a deal.
You have to make an assertion to let me know what you want to do.
Well, I made the assertions yesterday. I came up there to file motions to dismiss the charges based on the fact that the prosecutor has failed to file a proper case, because I haven't seen any factual.
I don't have that. I have it says notice of deficiencies and irregularities supported by declaration.
Okay, and
that
then
is not a motion to dismiss.
Well, I did file 2 motions yesterday, so I don't know if those made it into my file or not.
You can't file. Just so you understand, you can't file motions to dismiss the day before the hearing. I can't hear them.
Okay, well then can we adjourn this until you can?
You filed. It looks like there's a proposed order, but I'm not going to sign it because I haven't ordered anything.
Okay.
So I have to hear when something like that is filed. That has to be an order based upon a hearing, and you can't just come in and file something like that. It has to be properly heard before the court. That was not heard before the court.
And that is sovereign citizens all over. You need to know the process and procedures of the court when filing your documents. Otherwise, you end up just wasting your time and the time of the court.
So I appreciate the documents you're filing, but again, I have to follow the law and make sure that the court rules are followed, and if they're not properly followed, I can't properly hear the matters.
Okay. Are we on? We're on record right now, or?
Yes.
Everything we've said has been on the record.
Okay. Has the prosecutor filed anything to establish jurisdiction at this time? Because I have not seen it. If I would like to be entitled to discovery. If the prosecutor has that, then I'd be able to make an educated decision moving.
Aren't you supposed to be representing yourself here? It's on you to request discovery, it's on you to file motions in a timely manner, and it's up to you to understand jurisdiction. I can see why you have 3 or 4 hearings in with nothing accomplished.
Mr. There's a complaint filed in the form of a ticket.
Okay, does that establish jurisdiction?
It establishes that on June, it alleges that on June 24th of 2021,
that you are an idiot.
1:47 p.m. in the township of White Lake, County of Oakland, State of Michigan, on White Lake Road, Editor Tagradine Road, that you were driving a motor vehicle while having an expired registration plate and driving while you had an expired or canceled driver's license.
Oh.
So there you have it. That's how jurisdiction is established. So now the only way forward with this jurisdiction argument is for you to bring supporting evidence to show there is a lack of jurisdiction, which of course he won't be able to do because he's working from a Mark Stevens script.
Probably.
So does that
jurisdictional district court is this court, the 52-2 district court in Clarkston.
Well,
was it White Lake Township Police Department. So it appears to me that there's jurisdiction is proper unless you're alleging it didn't happen in White Lake.
Well, I would be willing to concede that the court had the geographical area.
Well done. You've just accepted the courthouse territorial jurisdiction.
Yeah.
That was easy.
I'm not willing to concede as if there's any corpus delicti or any factual evidence of jurisdiction, which is the second half of jurisdiction, which is what the prosecutor needs to file in order to have a proper case before the court.
Yeah, that would be the ticket or citation you received. Look, it's not the court's problem you don't understand it. You should have got yourself a lawyer.
Correct.
As far as I can tell, is there a verified
complaint? I don't understand.
Is there a verified...
It's a verified complaint by the submission of the complaint. If you read the statutes, this law passed a long time ago, and by virtue of submitting the complaint that's verified, issued by Officer Swalwell on June 24th of 2001.
And his officers...
And if you read the complaint, it's verified.
And that is what the court is going to go by as far as establishing jurisdiction? Because like I said,
it's what I'm allowed to go by, yes. It's what court rule and statute allows me to go by. So that is what I'm going to go by.
Oh, so the officer is alleging that I caused him loss, injury, or harm?
Oh. Correct.
That might be just the dumbest thing a sovereign citizen has ever said. No, the officer is alleging you were driving on expired plates and a suspended license. He really doesn't know how to deviate from that script.
Again, there's an offer on the table, and I'm not trying this case today because it's a show cause here. You can take advantage of the offer, or I can set it for a trial, or if you feel like if you want to maybe make some work toward getting your license taken care of and you request an adjournment, I'll be happy to adjourn this. But I'm not going to try the case right at this moment. It's not proper.
That would have to go ahead and...
My understanding is that jurisdiction can be challenged at any stage of the court proceeding.
Oh.
Well, yes, you can. You can challenge it by proper hearing. That's correct.
Okay, and
you have to make the allegation.
Okay, and do I have?
But I'm telling you right now. I don't know what. I don't even know what your objection is because it's a properly filed. I don't see any deficiencies in it. So if you're going to make an allegation that's not proper, you're going to have to tell me what you feel is a deficiency.
Well, as far as a deficiency, I mean that ticket doesn't. That ticket does nothing to prove that anything happened. It's not a factual.
The ticket doesn't have to prove. That's what trials are for.
Okay.
It has to allege.
Okay.
It has to make a showing. It has to allege.
My understanding is that the burden of proof is not on me. Is that correct?
No, it absolutely is on you. The judge has outlined what jurisdiction is and how the court has it. Now the burden is on you to prove a lack of jurisdiction.
Correct.
But how can you do this when you don't understand how jurisdiction is established in the first place?
Burden of proof is not on you. The burden of proof is on the prosecutor.
Okay, and has the prosecutor filed anything to establish a proper case? Because
prosecutor filed the complaint through the ticket, yes.
And does the prosecutor have any first-hand knowledge of what happened?
Prosecutor doesn't have to have first-hand knowledge. That's what trials are for.
Hang on. Are you really suggesting that the prosecutor needs to see you committing the offence for her to prosecute you in court?
Yes, more on it.
I take my previous statement back. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
She has to be able to provide witnesses that can prove her burden. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to.
Well,
but you have to tell me whether or not you want a trial or you want to take advantage of the offer. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Well, I don't think it's an offer to be taken advantage of. That's my position. I've submitted
so,
the.
Do you want a trial?
I would like.
Do you want to adjourn this to a pre-trial? Tell me what you're asking.
I would like the court to consider the motions that I submitted to dismiss the charges altogether.
Well, based upon what you're telling me today, then your motions are denied. They're not properly filed. They're not properly pled, so I'm going to deny the motion.
Okay, so do I have the right?
In regard to the jurisdictional issue, you've not provided me any information to show that jurisdiction is improper.
Well, again,
I have a complaint I have a verified complaint in front of me that I'm reviewing, and it looks perfectly proper. So I'm going to deny your motion to dismiss pursuant to jurisdiction. That's on the court's own reading.
Okay, can I see the factual evidence of jurisdiction? Because as far as I can tell, I didn't sign anything, and
How many times? The judge has already told you how the court does have jurisdiction. And seeing as you are the one representing yourself, I would say that in your challenge of jurisdiction, you need to provide evidence why the court doesn't have it. You can't just say, I'm challenging jurisdiction without an argument. That's just dumb.
Not this morning, not this afternoon. I'm gonna ask you, and please stick to the hearing, because if you want something like that, you have to file the proper papers. You have to ask. If you want discovery, you can get discovery, but you have to tell me that you're not going to accept the offer.
We're not paying for discovery.
Tell me what you want to do. Do you want this up for a trial? Do you want to have another pre-trial? What is it that you're asking the court to do? But I can't sit here and spend the whole afternoon talking about this case. I don't have the time.
Well, I understand. I'm not trying to take up the court's time.
Yes, you are.
The court's time is valuable, and I'm not trying to do any of that.
What do you want to do?
Well,
I want to scratch my ass.
I don't wish to take advantage of the offer. I don't wish to do that today, and I don't wish.
All right. Do you want this matter set for trial?
No, I don't want the matter set for trial either.
I'll let you take this one, Juan.
I want an option that doesn't exist, Judge. I'm special.
Oh.
As far as I can tell.
So we'll adjourn. It's really a show cause hearing, so we'll adjourn for a pre-trial.
So we're adjourning this matter? We're postponing this matter?
Well, that's what you're telling me you want to do.
Well, I just want, like I said, I want to have fair and meaningful hearings.
I'm giving you fair and meaningful hearings.
Well, if...
Slap him.
Okay, in a meaningful hearing, do we get to make progress?
I'm going to give you a $200 personal bond. I don't see that bond has been set. That bond ensures that you will appear in court. If for some reason you fail to appear in court without a proper request or a proper adjournment, then you do run the risk of having that bond forfeited, a bench warrant issued for your arrest, ultimately new bond would be set. So in other words, just come to court when you're supposed to. Okay? Are you requesting that Ms. Hamami provide you with discovery?
Yes, I'm asking for discovery, and
all right.
I don't believe a ticket is a verified.
Ms. Hamami, if you...
Back to asking stupid questions again. So you were lying when you said you didn't want to waste the court's time then?
You will send your discovery. You have his address?
Yes, on the ticket. I have it, Judge. That's what I'd be sending him, is the ticket.
Is that your correct address on the ticket? Is the same address that we have?
That is a correct address for me.
All right. So Ms. Hamami will forward discovery to you.
Judge, just to be clear, if
be a lawyer for you, if you have legal issues and you want to hire an attorney or speak to an attorney, that's certainly up to you. If you want to have the benefit of the court-appointed attorney, I will happily let you talk to the court-appointed attorney when you come back for your pre-trial.
I would definitely take advantage of that attorney if I were you. You definitely need it. The judge is trying to help you here. She knows you do not have a clue what you are talking about.
Well, I'm simply asking for clarification on, am I presumed innocent of...
You're not asking for clarification. You asked me if you're presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And I said yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to start getting into legal matters because now you were starting to break it down into legal questions.
Well,
I'm just answering your question. That is correct. In a criminal matter, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Okay, and so I'm presumed innocent of all the elements of a charge, correct?
Oh, God, not
said
again.
you're innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You can make the determination of what that means.
One of those elements is jurisdiction, correct?
I'm not going any further. I've already given you my time. You're starting to ask legal questions. If you have those legal questions, you should ask an attorney.
Oh, I see.
Well, I'm asking for clarification right now on the record.
You're not asking for clarification.
You're asking to be an asshole.
So you'll have to research that issue yourself or talk to an attorney.
He has been doing research, but not from reputable sources. That's the problem.
Well,
you are innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't know how the prosecutor would be able to prove something unless she went through each element, but that's a legal question.
Okay, well then at discovery I should be entitled to see the proof of jurisdiction then, correct?
Right. I'm gonna stop this right now. You keep going, and I've told you at least 6 times now that you're going beyond where I can help you. So you will get a new court date in the mail, and we will see you at your pretrial. Thank you.
Okay, and so just for clarification though, that's not a yes or a no as far as the element of jurisdiction, correct?
You can talk to an attorney about that.
Well, but I would
like... Or research it yourself.
Well, I have researched for myself.
Yeah, we all know how well that research goes down. Reading from a sovereign citizen script is not research, and today proved that.
So
now, I've given you all the information I can possibly give you. So thank you.
Okay,
let's get out of
here. Are we going to...
What part of I've given you all the information I can give you do you not understand? But it doesn't matter, because that's where the judge hung up on him. Because she knew she wasn't getting anywhere, so I'm surprised it took this long, to be honest. Anyway, I really enjoyed this one.
Thank you, John Gold. I appreciate you very much. And with that, we bring the evening to a close. Please come on back tomorrow. So we approach closer and closer to the 50,000 views, 1,000 subscribers. And we continue to march along as Winterfest starts to run its course here from day one. Have a great night. We'll see you.